Joining us now to discuss Biden's first speech on the economy since being elected is Bloomberg's Anna Edgerton, who helps run our coverage in Washington. Anna, thank you so much for making the time to speak with us. First of all, when you take a step back, what were your biggest takeaways on the Biden-Harris economic plan?
There were some great clips that you played. It really goes to show how Biden's economic plan kind of echoes his plan for the country, coming together, working together as Americans, putting country before party, even ahead of some policy priorities. So we definitely saw Biden working with labor leaders, appealing to CEOs and company executives, trying to bridge some historic gaps and make sure that everyone is on board and moving the country forward. Now, that's more important than ever now as we're confronting this pandemic. And he tried to frame a lot of the challenges facing the U.S. economy, such as the pandemic, climate that he mentioned in that clip, as opportunities for the economy in terms of creating more jobs and coming back even better than the country was before the pandemic hit.
Anna, you've been covering Washington since the start of the Trump administration. Go into a little bit the contrast between what President Trump prioritizes and what President-elect Joe Biden is stressing.
Yeah, one thing that's been kind of surprising from President Trump, or maybe not surprising depending on how you viewed him as a businessman, is that he has really kind of picked winners and losers when it comes to specific companies. And you see how company executives are afraid of crossing Trump because they don't want to be on the losing end of a tweet. He's tweeted out at General Motors, at other companies for doing things that he perceived to be contrary to the president's kind of personal policy goals. Joe Biden, on the other hand, tried to emphasize making work valued again, which should be a Republican line. We used to hear that kind of rhetoric a lot from Republicans, saying that we need to, value people who earn a salary, really make sure that there is, you can earn a living wage, earning a salary, that you don't have to, work multiple jobs, or on the other end, be a Wall Street financier to earn a living wage or get ahead in this economy.
And very quickly, Anna, just when it comes to inequality, economic inequality has been something Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have talked about, ripping apart the seams of our country. How does Biden plan to specifically address the inequality that's been uncovered, that's been exacerbated by COVID-19?
Yeah, he emphasized jobs and making sure that people can get back to work either in the job that they had previously or in a job that comes out of this kind of newly shaped economy. And that's an important point to make because we see a lot of economists worrying about a so-called K-shaped economy, where the people who are already doing well end up doing even better, and the people who are already struggling end up doing even worse. So that's what Biden is saying that he's trying to avoid coming out of this pandemic. And that's important because even a few years ago, we started seeing the biggest beneficiaries of capitalism worrying about growing inequality, because that's very dangerous for a democracy. When people feel like they can't get ahead playing by the rules, they start to question the rules that are in place. So it's very important to make sure that everyone feels like they have a stake in this economy, whether it's the most wealthy paying their fair share of taxes or the people who are struggling to get by earning a living wage at their job.
Very well said. In other words, inequality is bad for business. Anna Edgerton joining us from Washington. Thank you so much.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.